What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Myth-Busting Mondays video. Now, if this is your first time checking out the series, what I do is every Monday or every second Monday, depending on if I get the time, I upload myths that are suggested by the community. Now, if you do want to suggest some myths that I can use in a video and showcase your name for the suggestion, what you can do is either go down to the description and have a look for the group Discord link, and then once you find the group Discord link, join that, then post your myth inside the Myth-Busting chat, or failing that, you can go down into the comments and do it there. Now, if you cannot tell, I am towards the end of a cold, so I sound very congested. Sorry about that if that triggers you in any way. But with that being said, I'm not going to keep you waiting too much longer. Just quickly though, if you would like to follow me down on Twitch, which is linked in the description, I'll be doing a lot of live streams very soon because I do have a 7-week holiday, so that's going to be really good. And I'm going to be featuring some cool guests and doing some awesome giveaways, so check that out if that is your thing. Anyway, with that being said, let's get straight into the first myth. So the first myth of this video comes from the user Contact. Now Contact wants to know, if you kill an animal, can you harpoon the dead animal's meat? Now just quickly, viewer discretion is advised. If you don't like to see pixels on a screen getting slaughtered, please skip ahead around 30 seconds. Now I would like to let everyone know I'm not the greatest harpooner in the world, but I did try my best to try and get the results so you guys can all see. So the way we tested this myth was honestly very simple. What we did is head over to Snake Isle, then looked for a side where a bunch of chickens were just hanging around doing their own thing. Following that, we slaughtered the heck out of them and made sure there was a bunch of drumsticks just littered across the shoreline. You know, just pirate things, of course. And after slaughtering the groups of chickens, I got my crew to stand right next to the drumsticks to tell me if I was close in any way to actually hitting them. So this whole experiment took around 5 minutes in total to work out. We did come to the conclusive decision that no, it's not possible to bring back meat to your ship. Although we did only use drumsticks, so maybe if that changes between Megalodons and Krakens, I'd highly doubt, but it could be possible. So if you really want to test that and go that extra mile, feel free, post it down in the comments and let me know if it does. But even when I did manage to get it dead on, as you've seen in the video, nothing happened. It just sort of stayed there and just went straight through it and hit the sand. So I don't believe it is possible in any way to harpoon food onto your ship. So hopefully that answers your question and busts this myth. So just quickly, I'd like to mention there are only going to be 2 myths in this video, which means 1, it's going to be a lot shorter, and 2, it's going to give me more time to make a bigger video next week. Stay tuned for that. Also, please go down and put some suggestions for myths in that video. It's going to be massive, so give me some real crazy myths. I want to test them. And not only that, this myth here really interests me, and I just want to talk about it for a little bit because I think I've got a bit to explain. So this myth comes from the user Cameron Coing. I think that's how you say the last name. If it's not, I apologize. And Cameron wants to know, will a mega barrel sink your boat faster than scuttling? Now in this comment, he specifically asks every single boat. So this is where I want to get the community involved to help me test this one out. But just for the sake of this video, the only footage I'm going to be showing is done on a brigantine. So that being said, let's just get straight into it. So the way we went about testing this myth was honestly very simple, as all of them pretty much are. But what we did is went to a fort that was nearby us, we were the only ones there, and we completely cleared the wave, then threw the mega keg on board. Very simple, I know. Hopefully you're following along with our steps. After doing that, we went to the nearby outpost, sold all of our stuff except for the mega keg, and proceeded about testing this. So what I done is got my friend who has a weird fetish with mega kegs, or just kegs in general, and gave him the all clear to send our ship into oblivion. Of course, he wasn't against this because he's a complete friggin' weirdo. Also, bonus points if you can work out who it is. Then of course, on cue, when I started recording, he blew up the keg, and I timed how long it took for it to properly scuttle. Now, what I class as properly scuttle is the time you hear the bell that signals that your ship is officially destroyed. So that is what I'm using to test this myth. Now, this is where I want the community to step in. If you're not satisfied with the result of listening to the bell and waiting for the ship to completely despawn, please go out and test it and show me your results. Then for testing the scuttling method, I pretty much done the same thing. I waited for my entire crew to scuttle the ship. I finished off scuttling it and then it went down. So for the sake of this video, pushing forward, I'm going to have both of them up on the screen so you can see them in real time, side by side. That is going to be better than me telling you how long it took, where you can actually just have a visual representation and work it out for yourself. So a little bit about this myth. What we did is made sure we were in an area that was roughly the same depth. Of course, we cannot 100% confirm that this was the exact same depth, but I'm willing to bet it was really close and quite similar. So first off, let's talk about the mega keg. Now, as you can see in the video, that was a lot more spectacular than scuttling the ship, so that's a win in my books. But in total though, this took roughly 12 seconds before the time of that keg exploding and then the ship sinking. Now, which on a whole really isn't too long. Remember though, this was detonated right in the middle, pretty much right above where the brig is. And for scuttling, although it wasn't quite spectacular, we took a very similar approach. What we did is stand on different parts of the island, then just watch the ship go down. Now when you do scuttle it, every single hole in the boat does open up, so that alone is definitely a little bit more of an advantage swinging towards the scuttling as opposed to a mega keg. Because although a mega keg is big, if you are on a galleon, depending on where you drop that mega keg, you may not be able to open every single hole on that boat. And that whole process from the time of scuttling the ship and the bell striking took 7.5 seconds, which that is significantly less than the 12-second period that the mega keg took. Now, if you do this on a sloop or a galleon, I'm sure the results may differ. As I said for the video, the only thing that I tested and showed was the Brigantine. So, I'm going to confirm that this myth is definitely possible. But it is more likely on something like a sloop as opposed for something on a galleon, and that's exactly why I tested it on the brig, because I thought that would be the best way to really decide what this myth is. So hopefully that's enough conclusive evidence and testing for you to come to your own conclusion, or just accept that it is possible. Really up to you. So with that being said though, that's been this entire episode. I thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like, and as I said, if you want to get involved in next week's big video, you can either go down to the description, join the Discord, follow me on Instagram or Twitter, or failing that, have a look at the YouTube comments section and post something there. Also, if you do want to see me stream, I'm going to be doing some cool stuff soon. Please go down to the description and follow me on Twitch. I'll be doing frequent stuff on there. So with all of that being said, thank you all for watching, and hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one.